Yeah. Hi, this is Angie,
And Alesha.
and we are the BDB Cell Block C podcast. We're actually recording this the day after the New York premiere of the Black Dagger Brotherhood series on Passion Flicks. And oh my.
Did you see?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
We've been looking at the pictures, and did you know that on BDB Anonymous, somebody streamed it live?
Yes, she was. Oh my God, right there.
Yes. Oh, she was showing me a picture of Olivia and Robert, and they're gorgeous.
AKA
Beth and
and
Raph. And they're just stunning. All the characters, the actors playing the characters are stunning. They chose a beautiful Marissa.
Oh, I know. She
Oh,
is so
she's ethereal.
almost.
Can you imagine who they're going to get for the Chosen?
Well, and that, yeah, yeah, that's going to be a fun. Why does my thing keep flashing red?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe I'm just getting.
We're learning how to do this. Please.
Okay, we got new setup here,
Yeah.
so
So we're.
And then I have to say, have you seen Mr. X?
Yes.
Oh my God, he is so hot. And then I know it's so sad to say that, but and then have you seen any interviews? He's so freaking down to earth.
Yes.
I'm like,
But
oh,
when they
it's gonna
put
kill
him
me to hate you.
when they put him in makeup, and then he gave that smile.
Oh, that was evil.
Oh,
freaking
he's so
evil.
good. I can't wait to see this.
Yes, and yeah, and Tommy Riddle looks like an asshole.
Billy.
Or Billy. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Tommy Riddle's one of my coworkers. Oh. Yeah. And he looks like a total jerk. So it's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, not white dress.
Yes.
She looks like a Chosen. Yes. We're talking about the actor playing Marissa.
Yes.
We need to be a little bit more. Talking about what we're actually looking at. Oh, and Tosca.
So that's what she wore.
Tosca in her dress.
Beautiful. She's
beautiful.
Great red.
Yeah, and of course the warden in her beautiful black gown. Oh, everyone just looks stunning.
Yes.
I'm
happy for everybody that got to
got to go.
That was part of BDB.
Yeah.
That just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's really exciting for them. I so wanted to go. I was in the running to go. They said there were so many requests that, they had to, it was going to be a little bit more, and they were probably going to have to do a drawing or whatever. And so I at least got, hey, you're in the running, but I didn't get chosen to go. So
I didn't even get a you're in the running. So, but I did for the Australia, whoever.
Oh yeah, the one for Australia, which I can't afford to go to.
It's like, holy crap, no. And I'm of course going through Insta just to see.
I want to talk about her reaction to meeting the characters.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so those are on. And she even said, like, with Z, she said, this is going to be a hard one. And then she just broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, and, we all know that Z is her favorite.
Oh, so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, so if you don't, obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, you know about BDB World. But if you don't or haven't started following, you can even do the B Dagger B. There's the BDB. There's Black Dagger. All of them on Insta, and they all follow the warden pretty well, and the whole series. So they just keep reposting all the pictures.
Yeah, they're got a little country in there.
No, that would be.
Oh, that would
be Fury on his horse.
Oh.
A
stud on his stud.
Yeah. Actually, what's it say? Imagine all the hidden talents Fury has. Wah, 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 as he rides the little
Yeah, his little pony.
horse. Yeah.
So when she met Robert as Wrath, I think they did an excellent job. They took our criticisms of his outfit, his hair,
Yes.
and they really did listen to the fans, because the final product
Was much better.
is stunning.
Yeah. The first couple, and I'm not cutting on the props people and the makeup and hair, but it looked like you literally, like they had taken a mop and put it on his head. It was awful.
Yeah.
The very first, when they were trying to do some, what's it called when they stage them to see what
Yeah.
they're going to look like. And it was like,
No, it was not good.
I mean, that looked like something that the high school was going to do and
Right.
expected more out of.
Right.
Them.
But
So,
they
yeah.
fixed it, and they did a really good job. His hair looks real. Of course, Z. Oh, they did such a good job with his makeup.
Oh, yeah. His scar and everything. Yes. And the makeup.
I think they did a really good job. The only thing I will critique on
Yes.
Z is that I thought the slave band would be bigger.
Full neck.
And it's just like a collar.
Yeah, yes. And now that the warden would have to, she would have to. But
She said it's perfect, so then that's
right.
But that's just how I saw it in my mind.
Is a lot bigger.
Right.
And I guess I thought of it more as a collar because that was the whole thing, is to diminish him like he was a dog and it would be a dog collar.
Yeah. And theory, I think they did.
Yes, I like his hair. And even like he was saying when he met her, about how calm he was.
Yes. Like they actually fit their characters.
Well, they said, at least, and I don't know all their real names yet, but at least Fury, I mean, he goes, yeah, he said, that's the way I'm supposed to be. That's why as soon as I'm on set, I'm in character. And I was like, yes. I mean, and that's the thing to me, because I'll never forget one of the guys that played James Bond, and oh, it's just a character, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, everybody else that has played it is like, oh yeah, it's awesome. We get to play one of the neatest characters, oh, and I love and I like being on set and being in character, and thank you, dear. And that's the way it is. I mean, if you're truly serious about your art, your craft, you're going to, and that they all, I mean, that I feel like, and almost all of them have read, they admit that they have read the books.
Yeah.
So, they get what their character is supposed to be, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, and that's just so, I just cannot wait. It's just phenomenal that it's coming to life on the screen. Years. It's just, oh my gosh.
The guy that plays Rage, Alex, his name is Alex Cuban.
Okay.
I know that because Andrew Biernaut and his wife Michelle, who have their own podcast called Between Us Only, I listen to it. Alex lives in LA. He and Andrew do a lot together. Sia lives in LA too, so they all get together and do stuff.
Now, he's not originally from here, right?
Sia, I'm not sure. I
Okay.
don't believe so.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
I know that Robert is German.
Yes. And he's just like, did you see 3 days ago, whatever, Wrath and Beth were asking each other questions about when they first met each other? Oh my God, you're so American. Like, oh yeah, tell him what that means. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what he meant.
The photo shoot they were doing, and she was like, do the peck thing, and he was flexing his peck,
And head was bobbing. Yes. I was like, oh my.
but Alex is originally from Australia, and he has a beautiful Australian accent. Joel who plays Torment.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I'm not sure where he's from.
Don't care.
Accent too. I picked up on it, but I wasn't sure.
Everybody but Butch should, because they're all from the old world.
Right.
So and it doesn't matter. And like when they did the cast call, doesn't matter. We just an accent doesn't matter. And then Butch had to have his Boston accent. So other than that, it's like, oh yeah, we don't care. It's an accent. We're American. We don't care.
Are you was into torment?
No, but oh my God, could he be into um
Joel and Spot.
oh
You are hot.
oh yeah. He no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm-mm. Did you see the one that Alex posted of all the boys walking down in New York?
No.
Here. Sorry,
Oh my gosh.
you guys. This is why we need to be like video podcasting, but
Oh,
do they not look so freaking hot?
they look so freaking.
Oh,
Oh,
I would love to have been to this premiere. It just kind of hurts my heart.
It would have been the highlight of the year.
Oh my gosh. We're going, and any of you who have already been or haven't been, we're actually going to the Saratoga Springs event signing in New York in July of 2025. So excited for that. We've already got our tickets, hotel, and everything. And then, of course, her regular Q&A in September, which got moved from March/April. So yeah, and we've got all that set up.
So
They are having surprises, which we all know.
yeah,
We know without knowing. At least some of the cast members, and I'm hoping Tosca will be there as well. You know how like Ma was always my second kind of, and then I loved when her husband came to the one and did the little story when they met. So yeah, I loved when they came. Now Tosca's like kind of a new. I want her to be with her when she does the Q&A and stuff.
her Biffle.
Yes. I'm sorry. Biffle's always there too, but Biffle's like to me, it's like she and the gray fox. I mean, they're or silver fox. They're just they're part of her. So
Yeah,
it's
like a little
yeah.
package.
And granted, Ma's always there too, but oh my gosh, I'm just so excited for this. Okay, sorry. So
I saw one remark that said, "Oh my God, you've got to watch Black Tiger Brotherhood," and then there was like a lot of emojis like hot and like head blown off, and so I'm assuming that people liked it, but I didn't.
So here's my thing. So what exactly was last night? So anybody that got into the premiere, they showed the first episode. Is that what it was, or what?
I'm assuming.
Okay, because I figured it was kind of like a Q&A.
Well, she did do a Q&A beforehand.
Oh, okay.
I saw a video.
Well, I know they were doing press
right
for it, so I knew that. Like I figured the event was you meet all the actors and actresses, and then there's a panel of the actors and actresses, and on and on. I don't know. I didn't see where it was.
Since it was supposed to be the screening that
Okay, so it's
see
premiere.
at least the first episode.
At least the first episode. Okay.
I don't know if they played all of it, but that was my assumption because when you do a movie release for
Any
studio, you actually see the movie.
Right.
So that's what I'm assuming happened. But I do know at the beginning, someone recorded her talking about how the actors were exactly how she saw them, and that she's so excited that she went with Tosca, and that this is what she envisioned.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm assuming that was because they were all sitting in director's chairs in front of a screen. And then you could see the movie theater seats that people were sitting in. So I'm assuming that it got screened, that they
actually got to see like probably the first or the first half of the
right
first episode. Okay. That would have made it even better. But yeah. Yeah.
And I finally got an answer on when it will drop. So, I mean, we know it was June 5th, but we didn't know what time. And we heard it was 10 a.m.
They said that most, isn't that what I sent you? Isn't that what it says?
Yes, that
That most of the other series have always dropped at about 10 a.m.
Is it Eastern?
Well, you know,
I'm assuming Eastern Standard Time.
I am too, but now that you think, because Tosca's based out of Georgia.
So
They had the
Standard
right, and they had the premiere in New York. So far everything's
Jordan's in Eastern Standard
yeah,
Time.
she is as well. So that's why I'm thinking that it would be, but I did not really double check. Yeah. Eastern time.
Okay.
Yep. So yes, this is from the Facebook post. Most Passionflix movies drop sometime in the morning around 10 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know if that's still going to be the case for this, but also that is if you have the Passionflix directly through them and not through a third party server like Amazon. If you're through Amazon, some people say it comes even later. Yeah, this person has had Passionflix for years, and so do we. So for us, it's going to be 10 a.m. We're going to start. Tosca said that day of is the most important.
Right.
So
make sure that even if you can't watch it, put it on in the background.
Yes.
Before you leave for work.
Exactly.
Ask your husband if, my husband's going to put it on in my bedroom so he doesn't have to, because he's not watching it without me. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, we cuss here.
Oh, whoops. Yeah. That's okay. That's right. Or laugh.
F word yet.
Which shocks because that's usually one of like the warden. That's one of our favorite.
My favorite word.
Yes, you have what is it you say in high school and college? You make it every. It's a noun, verb, adjective, adverb. Every part of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Part of
It
the.
can be anything. It's like dude.
Dude. Okay. Only if you're Keanu Reeves. Um, which not to totally get off base, but I finally saw John Wick 4. I'm like, well, it's a good thing he's in it because I don't know that I would have.
I've decided we're veering.
I know.
Way off topic here. We'll come back, I promise.
Yes, we do a lot of lane changes.
At least we're giving him a heads
up. Yes.
Keanu Reeves is the new Betty White. Everybody loves him. This is my opinion. I'm not saying that the world thinks this, but everybody loved Betty White. Everybody didn't want her to die. And it was like, we were all waiting. Is she still okay? Is everybody okay? Everybody loves Keanu Reeves.
Well, duh. He was supposed to be my husband.
I know. Mine too. He would have shared. We could be women. I'm sorry. Anyway. In my mind, he's the new Betty White. Like, how's he doing? Is he happy? It just.
Okay, I can see where you're going with that.
He's the American sweetheart.
Well, yeah, with your guy Oracle, because he's like the ultimate fighter machine. Yeah, because I think Matrix kind of did that for him. Like,
I loved him at Bill and Ted, but
right. But my point is that was kind of like where like guys really kind of
got into.
Yeah, and the younger guys because like like my dad, for us it was replacements. For him, for dad it was the replacements because of course he loves his Gene Hackman, and then when he played in this wonderful football movie, it was so, which I just have to say that's probably my absolute favorite Keanu Reeves movie, and I have already ruined two. Yes, I have already had to replace it twice. On DVD, not even VHS. On DVD.
The most VHS I ever wore out is Princess Bride.
Mine were Princess Bride and
Pride and Prejudice.
No, God help me. Scottish. Yes. Mel Gibson.
Braveheart.
Braveheart. Yes. Except when no lie, when you looked at the tape, the whole section of after they capture him to the end, completely pristine. I don't know that it was ever watched since I saw it on the big screen and knew what was going to happen. Yep, nope, stop. Movie's over. So yeah. Okay, as we went 14,000 different.
Yep.
Okay, now back to the screening.
The screening. And I'm so excited because we have 6 days.
Oh my gosh, is it?
Yeah, 6 days.
All I know is it is
6 days yesterday, so 6 days.
okay. Yes, and it is Thursday, right?
It
Is
drops
that
on a
Thursday? Yes. So we have already decided what we're doing since both of us have to work that day and neither one of us can really get off. Um, so we're doing our little private screening party that night. We're going to have it on all of our other so that we make sure that we get as many counts for people watching it as possible.
Right.
Then we are actually going to have a screening party at AJ's house and
AJ bedroom.
I'm sorry, Angie's house. And
AJ, she's out.
so we're just all excited. We're going to have our popcorn and cannot wait. Tootsie Pops. I got Tootsie Pops. I already bought them.
Cracks me up when people say he's small because if you've seen pictures of them in the gym,
Yeah, none of them.
none of them are small.
No, I would never say. I mean, when you see pictures in the gym, none of them small.
Mhm.
And then you're right. And then people go, oh, well, he looks so much smaller. I'm like, then what?
Should have.
I mean, come on. Tosca and the warden are about the same height.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're both what, 5'10"?
Yeah.
So then they get their fuck me heels on. So
Yeah.
they're, 5'11, 5'12, 5'13, whatever.
5'13",
So that'd be 6'1". But anyway, yeah, because 5'12 is 6 foot. I know. But it's just hysterical. And then you see them towering. Like
Over it.
they're not just like, okay, so if they're 6 foot in their heels, then you're like in your mind, because I think they needed them to be at least 6'3".
6 foot.
Oh,
I
6
think the minimum
was okay. So
well,
I can't remember. It's been too long. I've read too much since then, but we'll go back and verify that. But anyway, so I'm laughing because it's like, okay, so they have to be at least 6.
yeah.
But most of them, I think when they were going through, given the stats, most of them were 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". So it's like, okay, they're not small.
No.
So, I mean, my ex was 6'5", so he's a foot taller than I was. And I'm like, yeah. And Beth is smaller. She's shorter than, and now I haven't seen Marissa in like real life. I mean, other than that picture of all of them, yeah, to say, but yeah, and it's like, okay.
Did you hear that the gym that they went to like got a 200% increase in membership?
Just from them being there, and people were trying to get there when they were there and see them. It's like, well, you had to be there at like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when they got done shooting.
When they were there.
Oh my goodness. It was just, yeah. One of the few times I would like to say, man, I would like to live in Atlanta or in Georgia
Yeah.
because I'd like to be there where they're screening. Oh, and of course we watch or we follow the Passion Flix pods.
Yes.
And so they were talking about, did you see the one? Have you seen all of them yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So then there's also one where I think he's technically the assistant director because they keep calling him the AD. So I assume that means assistant director. But I'm not sure.
I think so. I think you're right.
And he was talking about how they were going to, he and Tosca were talking about how they were going to find a correct house outside.
Right.
And then they end up finding one that's not vacant, but not used on the regular. And they're like, oh, well, can we film? Can we use this as, oh, yeah, okay.
Do whatever you want to.
Yeah. And they said they had to like clean some stuff out, whatever, and then they make it. And of course, here again, so this is the difference. We talk about everybody has in their own mind when you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Tosca had not envisioned a Federalist, a white Federalist. Okay. But that's what the warden saw.
Right.
So it was like she was looking for something. And then when Warden's like, oh no, white columns, you know, colonial, not Federalist. Costco was thinking Federalist. Warden wanted colonial. And so it was like, okay, but again, it's like that's what I'm talking. When you're reading, that's the cool thing about reading. It's neat to see that this is what the warden wants, and she's gonna put it on. Just oh, so excited, so excited.
I know. Tosca said they even got new equipment and learned to do new things. So when the bullet whizzes by and it's slow-mo, they had to buy equipment for that and learn how to use it. And that was something that the AD brought to Passion Flicks because they'd never done that before. And he's like, well, we've used that on other stuff he's done. I think that was really cool because that was one of my fears is how are they going to do the special effect?
Yeah, how are they going to do the supernatural part?
Right. And then in the clip where you see Fury materialize in the King's study, I was just, oh my fucking god!
It's exactly how you think, yeah, and it's exactly how you think it should be. Yeah, yeah. I'm just
so excited for this
whole thing. And I hope they continue. Which I cannot imagine with as many. Look at over the 20 years how much she has grown.
Yeah.
Even as we were discussing before the show, how far they're going to take it. I think we said we heard first it was going to be 5 or 6, and now it's 11.
Yeah, and then I heard 11. And
so no matter how far they take it, it's still as long as they can continue. It's going to be obviously phenomenal. And then when they get finished to the point. I mean, because you want to keep the same actors and actresses because that's everybody.
Things happen.
Right. And that's why I think Tosca was talking on one of them. She's like, yeah, if as soon as.
That's what made me think 11 is because she said it's really hard to get actors to commit to 11 years. That's where I.
Okay. Well, then that's more because they're going to have to try to do at least 2 seasons a year.
Yeah.
Because to keep all of that, the maintenance on all of the sets and everything else, they're going to have to do 2 or 3 per year. That means that in her mind, 11 years means we're doing all the books.
Hopefully.
That would be neat because I love they're not the campfire book. The
prison camp books?
Yes.
Okay. I speak Alesha.
And
by the way, we really haven't discussed this because, in all honesty, we recorded other podcasts before this one, like in 23 and part of 24, and then for reasons I won't go into right now.
Yeah, we just haven't dropped them yet. Yeah.
And I haven't even edited them yet. And so we talked about who we are and how we came to the BDB. So we're cousins. We're first cousins, best friends since high school. Because we met in high school. I'm not going to.
Yeah, but we're not going to go into that. Yeah.
Talk about that later.
And we have on others.
Have sucked her in to BDB. Was like, you have to read this. And I just kept handing her books.
Yes.
Book after book after book. And she finally returned my paper. And what's so funny is Lover Enshrined, Scary's book. I have post-it notes all through the book. And she was like, why do you have all these post-it notes? And I was like, that is every instance that they mention Quinn and Blay. My favorite characters.
Yes.
Overarching it. If I have to pick a specific character, it's Blaylock. I love him. And if you're not far enough into the books, you'll meet him.
Yes.
And so we've been on the Warden train. I've been on the Warden train 20 years.
Yeah. Because when the second book dropped,
I started with Rage.
Yeah. And it was new, so it had just dropped, and then you found out. Yeah. Right.
And so I read Rage and I was like, well, I gotta get Wrath. So I ordered that off Amazon. And then I just started, I was on the original Yahoo boards, if anybody's familiar with that, the VDB boards. That's where you, if you've read the Insider's Guide and you're not sure where the slices of life come from, those were interactions on the Yahoo boards.
Boards is how we got our name, by the way, because they,
Yes, because we call J.R. Ward the warden, and so we are cellies.
Sellies.
We're cellmates in this crazy world she's got us in. And so we're Black Dagger Brotherhood,
Yeah,
and we're
BDB.
Cell Block C because we're
Crazy,
cousins.
crazy cousins.
Crazy cousins. That's right. So that's a little bit of our
Yeah, background for anybody who's listening to this now and
do this and gives crap. Which I hope you do, and I hope you do. But
yes,
that's how we got into it.
yeah, because we do this just for the love of the books, and we, well, as I said earlier about us going to Saratoga and the normal Q&A. Well, I've been going 6 years now.
Yeah, and I was
And
before.
yeah, you were going, and now, I mean, in the last 6 years, it's well, 7, because I know the year before that I didn't go. It was at
Yeah.
the Cincinnati, and it's a huge, the room. You've got the venue and the Q&A, and everybody comes in, and she stands up, and it was hundreds of people. I remember the first time I was in there, or the first time I went to. Remember, we just had, and it was really just 2 rows,
Yeah.
2 sections, I should say, and every seat was filled. It wasn't, all spread out. And then if you follow BDB at all, or the Warden's YouTube, you actually see 3 years ago
Yeah.
got the whole, and then 2 years ago it's in 2 parts.
Yeah.
So you can see how large it has become. I don't know, 400, 500 people,
Oh, at least. Yeah.
6. Okay.
And then, I mean, I went when she was still doing them in books.
Yes.
Was like 20 chairs put out. She sat at a table and took questions. Oh, I have to share this.
Please share.
My friend that I met on the boards, we actually, we, it doesn't matter. We met on the boards. Everybody flew in to Kentucky, and we all met up and got to meet each other in person, and we went to the signing. And the warden takes questions. If you're not aware of this, I'm going to give a huge spoiler.
Yeah. Well, and we always say spoilers.
Yeah, we are not a spoiler free zone. We spoil all the spoils. Blaylock is gay, comes out as gay. He is in love with Quinn.
Has been in love with
Has
his
been
entire
his
life.
We, Jamie and I asked the warden, is Quinn gonna lose his V card to Blay? And she's like, what are you talking about? Have you seen him? He's a slut. And we just smiled and shook her head, and we're like, not that V card. And her face went up into flames. And she was like, oh my God. Okay. News question. You can actually embarrass the warden.
It takes a lot,
It
but
takes-
yes, yes.
But that's one of my proud moments.
Yes. Well, I like your other proud moment.
Oh, at Saratoga?
No, well, no. Yeah, that was good too, though. No, the other proud moment that you can claim to fame is the reason why we have to pay to go to the Q&As now.
I don't want them to blame me for that.
Okay.
Okay, so last year at Saratoga, I didn't get to ask the first question.
Right.
But I got to ask the question pretty early on. And I took the microphone and I said, before I ask my question, I turned to the ladies, because we were sitting in the second row. I said, ladies, the fox is in the hen house. And the woman came back, she took the microphone, and she goes, I did not pay her to say that, but it would have been worth every penny if I did.
Yes. So our silver fox, which now, and they showed, the warden and Biffle went and got his tuxedo and got him and everything. I want to know if it's like Wits. I want to know if it's a bulletproof.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that would be the only thing to get for him
Exactly.
because he's supposed to, he's the bodyguard and supposed to take a bullet for it, right? So it should be the bulletproof one like John Wick. So,
She probably just thought, oh my, had trouble.
but anyway, yes.
Okay, now that we've veered off topic
No,
slightly.
we've been talking about it's all BDB.
Yeah. So I already know the answer, but we're gonna answer these questions for you who have burning knowledge to know, right? You do. Okay.
Of course they do.
Who is your favorite? Who is your favorite character? And who is your favorite brother? Can be the same person, but they're not always the same person.
This is true. Well, of course. Well, okay. So if you've read all of them, which we have, I am only on round 2.5. Angie has read them, I think, 6 times each at least minimum. No, every year. So
Every
yeah.
year I
So
do a reread,
right. So Lover, Dark Lovers, she's read at least 21 times. So very rarely is there anybody that comes in comparison. So Butch and Z, I have a hard time saying which one is my absolute favorite brother. Because I just everything that Z has been through just breaks me every time. But then, of course, being the good little Catholic girl, Butch is such the perfect man.
Oh, I know. We grew up Catholic, and about every guy we know is either a police officer or a fireman.
50% of them.
Right.
50% of everybody we know is either a fireman or a police officer.
Right.
So yeah. So but I really started to like murder a lot.
Yeah, I like murder.
I just everything that again he had been through, I just wow. But to say a favorite, I mean, my problem is I just keep then when we go to the Angel series,
Oh yeah.
you know,
By the way, listeners, if you have not read The Fallen Angels, I highly suggest that you do, because characters from The Fallen Angels will come into the series later on.
yes,
And you will have a better idea of what is going on if you have read The Fallen Angels. Now, admittedly, the first Fallen Angel book is hard to get through.
no,
It was really hard.
no.
But the other ones are like good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get to see the brothers? They make cameos in the
Oh,
books.
yes, because they're always yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the characters are in the Fallen Angel series are characters that are side characters from the BDB books, and they're brought into the Fallen Angel series. So it's very interesting. Okay, another question.
Oh God. Okay.
Who's your favorite bastard?
Oh, now this is hard. And I had her sign I got my bastard shirt and had her sign it. That's mean.
Oh, I'm cruel.
I know. That's evil. The two that haven't had their happy endings yet.
Zypher is one of them.
I know. So that's who I have to say, because everybody else is pretty much
There's
sin. Right. So
got his.
yeah.
Sin got his.
Yep.
Balthazar got his.
Yes.
So that leaves Zypher and Siphon.
Yes. And that's why I say the two that didn't, because because I don't know.
I like Zypher because now that they have a home and they have regular food, he's Mr. Health Nut.
My God,
That
what
just cracks me up.
like, you gonna put that in your body? And they're saying it to him,
Right.
because they're talking about the wheat grass, smoothie, and it's like, and they're like, you're gonna drink that? You don't put that in your body? Why, yes, it's healthy. It, your fiber, your blah blah. And it's like, I'm with them, nasty ass shit. But no. So I mean, I love them. I love them all. That's my problem. And then
I love Zypher.
just because he's
bastard.
Okay, he's your favorite. Okay.
Then my second favorite is Balthazar.
I know.
Because he is a thief with a conscience.
Oh, and
Mr. Robin Hood.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for Robin Hood.
Well, exactly. Core to me is like Z.
Yes.
It's everything he's been through. And it's like the whole thinking that who his father was. And again, spoilers. But so, I mean, so that's where that whole Z connection,
And his father actually is.
Yeah.
Again, spoiler. We're not going to tell you.
No, we're not. So we're not going to give total spoilers.
We're not going to ruin the whole series for you.
And sin and everything. Yeah. That's evil. See, and that's my problem because I so love them all. I mean, they become family.
Right. They're.
I mean, actually,
I can honestly say there's not a character I dislike. Well, besides
Havers,
well, yes, you're right. Havers.
Riddle.
Yes, Bill Riddle,
But he's supposed to because he's a bad guy. Yeah.
Character.
Yeah. You're right.
Other than the actual villains.
You're right. Because you're supposed to dislike them. Yeah.
The
Any of the Glimera. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Glimera. They sucked. Avalon. He's a good guy.
Yes. But he's also with them, and that's why he's a good guy. You're right. She writes them.
She writes so beautifully.
Yes. Yes.
Because everybody has flaws.
Exactly. And it is. It's family. I mean, they are, I know they're their family, but I mean, when you start reading these and you get consumed and engrossed, it's she is such a wonderful writer. And I know she talks about others, but it's like, but you do, you feel like they are total family. And anybody that hurts your family, of course, you want to kill.
Right. And she weaves these stories. You think, okay, we're moving on to new characters, we're growing, and you think that, like in a lot of series, they get so far away from the original characters that you're kind of like, I'm not even interested in this anymore. I don't know who these people are. I liked the original characters. Why aren't we talking about them? And you kind of get into a sideline. That's not what she does. When she writes other characters, she brings them into the world. And she has the ability to take a string from even the first book and weave it all the way through all the books to the last book that you're reading. And you're like, holy fuck. I think I'm allowed 2 of those.
Yeah.
I've had one.
That's okay.
And you're like, holy fuck, that's something that went back to the first book or the third book. And it's
the campfire.
Prison camp.
Outrageous relation. You're just like, oh, because of course, absolutely, totally in love with him. And then, it's like you find out he's related. And I'm like, well,
now I gotta care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did anyway, but now it's like, okay, now you're family, dude. Training camp. Then the training camp books.
The training series.
And then you learn all of the non-Glimera families and characters and then how, you become part of their family as well. It's just she has taken that golden thread and just woven it. So everybody's like, well, the easiest way to read them is the way that she released them.
Right.
Are there different ways? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do Darius is the prequel.
Then that spoils things. If you read it the way it's supposed to be.
The way she wrote them.
Right.
Yes.
You read them in the
order that she,
you can see where that thread just weaves through every story that she's told. And it gives you a satisfactory ending to that. You know, even if you, like I said, the Fallen Angel series, that was the first side series that she started. And if you read, the first one came out in between, I can't even tell you.
I used to have it. I don't know.
Third and the fourth, or maybe the fourth and the fifth. I don't know.
Yeah.
And
I didn't come prepared. Usually I have all my information.
too, it makes sense because you've already met the characters
Yes.
that become the main characters in these books. So it weaves it together. We just keep harping on what a phenomenal author she is.
Yes.
Can't say enough about it.
Well, you always do.
I know.
Well, no, what is it you say? You wax
Wax poetic.
poetic.
Yes, I do.
And you have every reason to. Okay, so you got it pulled up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to give the
Or
web address.
Oh, the web address.
So
Okay.
people can look at this. So this is Marcy, MARYSE.net. And she has J.R. Ward Black Dagger Brotherhood series reading order. And she goes in order in which they were released. And she also has links. So if you want to press that link to go find it, you know, like on Goodreads or Amazon or whatever, you can do that.
Okay, and spell it again.
It's Marcy's book blog, and it is www.marcy, MARY like yellow, S like Sam, E like eagle, .net.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Mary's.
Yeah, like weird spelling of Mary's blog, but I believe it's Marcy. Ma'am, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I apologize. But that's what I think it is. And she started this in 2009. She's been along for the ride for a long time. You know, Dark Lover, Lover Eternal, Lover Awakened, Lover Revealed, Unbound, Enshrined, and then you have the story of Sun.
Yes.
Which is part of the BDB world, but does not include any of the warriors. It was a short story that was included in an anthology that was published for, I believe, charity.
Yes.
Some sort of fundraiser. Then the Insider's Guide, which has Father Mine.
Yes, and that is a definite. If you're just getting into the series, that one you really do need to read it before you get too much further in the series. What?
Well, I'm looking at this, and unless I'm losing my mind, she's got. See, I thought she had the Fallen Angel here.
Well, yeah, because
she does have the Legacy series. So you've got after Lover at Last, which is Quinn and Blay, then The King, The Shadows. Oh my God, The Shadows. It will break your heart.
yes,
Please buy stock in Kleenex.
yes.
Then you have Blood Kiss, which is the first Legacy book. Then The Beast. Then Blood Vow, which is a Legacy book. So she includes those. And then after Blood Fury, which is, you've got The Chosen, which is BDB, Blood Fury, which is Legacy. And then you have Dearest Ivy, which is a novella that's set in the world, but separate. You could skip that if you wanted. Now she also includes books after The Thief, Prisoner of Night, which is of the world but not about the brothers. She includes the prison camp books. The first one is called The Jackal. It's book number 1. It comes after The Sinner, which is BDB book number 18. And then after The Jackal comes Warm Heart in Winter, which is a winter novella. And then Unveiled, you're back into BDB. And then you go to Claimed, which is the Woven series.
Yeah, the Woven series.
So you've got everything except where the Fallen Angel series goes into. And I know there's a list somewhere.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I.
You could look up the Fallen series and read when they were released,
And yeah,
you know,
interject. Yeah.
because this lists their release dates. We can figure out where they fall in. Because unfortunately, on the Warden site, she lists all the BDB. And she
And
says
then-
Black Dagger Brotherhood. She lists all those books. Then she says the Legacy series and all
And then,
those
right,
books.
she does not have them in the
But they're
order.
not in chronological order.
They're in each series order. That surprises me because it's like, what? I personally want to read them in order. Like, I don't want to read Darius first.
Right. Technically, it's a prequel, but
Right.
if
So
you read it first, then it spoils a lot of
yeah, because you don't
plot
know. Yeah.
in
In some of the other
in the
books.
other books.
So yeah.
Again, please read them because Lassiter is book 21.
Oh yeah,
and
and you
then
don't.
Darius comes after that. So please read them in order. We beg you.
Yes, well.
I can't make you.
Yeah, I
You
can't.
do you, boo boo.
Yeah, you need to do what you want to do, but still, if you read them in the order in which she released them,
Right.
it keeps you up with everybody else. But yeah.
And she updates this menu. At the very end, I'm scrolling down. She has The Beloved, Bloom in Winter, and Lover Forbidden. So she's got Lover Forbidden down.
Which is, yeah, going to be the July or
the
September
release.
Because when we got our tickets for July, we just got duplicates.
Yeah.
Ones that we already had.
I know it's out there somewhere, and we will find it for you. Maybe this is it. No, this is the Warden's book list.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. It happens when you get old and you don't understand technology. Because I have it in a file, which reminds me, I found it in the same file your planner.
Oh, my lovely cousin and best friend made me a Black Dagger Brotherhood planner for Christmas last year, and I love it.
Okay, well, we're at an hour.
Okay, well, here.
In this one, so you go ahead and give us. See, we are on Instagram at BDB Cell Block C. We are on X.
Yes.
And it's also at BDB Cell Block C.
We're on TikTok, YouTube, and our podcast and our email. Our email is bdbcellblockc@yahoo.com. Please feel free to hit us up on any of those platforms. We will answer any questions. And if you tell us, give us polite critiques, ask, be gentle. We will take those into consideration. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Otherwise, until next time,
we're signing off. Peace, love, and daggers.
I love that. Peace, love, and daggers.